So today we are playing FC25 on the old gen consoles. We are playing on the PS4 today. We're going to be seeing what this game is like on an older gen console. What are the major differences in graphics, maybe settings as well, the game modes. From what I remember last year, I felt like the PS4 did get a lot of the features the new gen consoles got, but I'm going to take a look at everything today. Make sure you like and subscribe because we've got a lot of FC25 content still to come. Both the Xbox One version and the PS4 version come with dual entitlement. That means you can upgrade your copy of FC25 from the PS4 to PS5 or Xbox One to Xbox Series consoles at no additional cost. The first thing I notice is that obviously the game takes a little bit longer to launch because it's using an old hard drive compared to the fast SSDs on the newer gen consoles. So the old gen console also gets the Zidane intro. We saw this the other day. I did upload a video about it, but it's good that the old gen consoles also get it. But I guess it's just a cutscene anyway, so I don't see a reason why the PS4 couldn't load this up. So the PS4 also gets pretty much the same menu as the PS5 one. I do notice the graphics to be a little bit more downgraded, but the menu so far doesn't seem to be too laggy, which is a good sign. The first thing I need to do here is obviously check out the settings and also download the latest squads. In terms of camera angles, you'll just get the standard legacy broadcast and a few of the older ones. You won't get any EA game cam or any of the new Hypermotion camera angles. I'm surprised to see that there is weather effects and wind effects in this game. I'm actually surprised. I did not expect that to be in the PS4 version of the game. You do get your classic sliders and also simulation sliders as well, which is also a good sign. I did like the simulation style of gameplay in my career mode video yesterday. I do think it's better than the classic style, which is much more chaotic. I'll leave the sim style gameplay on. I'll leave the wind effects medium. I do notice the difference with the ball with the wind on, so yeah, it is something you notice. AI behavior settings are also here, which is good as well. If you play career mode, you might want to leave it on tactical because it means that every time you play the same team, they're going to sort of behave differently. Now, one thing you don't get in the PS4 version are the new graphics settings, so you don't get like favor resolution or enhanced visuals. That's obviously for next gen consoles only. Let's go to create a player and let's see if we get that new EA Cranium technology. So yeah, you do actually get the EA Cranium technology as well. This is actually surprising me because I thought we wouldn't get this as well. So it turns out a lot of these features are not just for next gen consoles. So if you do have a PS4 version of the game, you're not really missing out on too much so far. You can sculpt as much as you like. It's all there. So that's very good for those kinds of players that are still on the PS4 or Xbox One. The home menu, of course, features tournaments, clubs, ultimate team, manager, career player, career kickoff, all the same features from the PS5 version. It's a bit slower to load things up in this game on the PS4. Sometimes things can be choppy or laggy, but you can still play in the same practice arena as the next gen consoles, and you've got all the same features like free kick, practice match, camera and difficulty settings, and scenario mode, of course. Volta is still in the PS4 version as well, which means you can enjoy 3v3 matches in a Volta setting. Even though they've removed the Volta mode, there's still a little bit of life left for Volta. So if you still like the game mode, you can play it, but it's only 3v3 and small-sided courts as well, so they've stripped it down a lot, but it's still available. The PS4 version also gets the new Rush mode as well. That's going to be in all the modes in the game pretty much as well. Let me know if you're playing Rush at the moment. Let me know if you enjoy it. And in terms of graphics, yeah, it's not too bad. I'm used to obviously playing on a PS5 these days. It's not really pixelated, it's not really blurry, and we're still using the Frostbite engine, so overall, if you're still on this console, it doesn't look too bad of a game at the moment as well. Let's move on to Manager Career Mode next, and it looks like you can create your own manager or play as a real manager. I do think all the features carry over between both consoles. That's what I noticed last year, so I'm not expecting anything different. The Women's Career Mode is also in the PS4 game, and the PS4 version also has Create a Club, and you can do that for the Men's Career Mode and the Women's Career Mode as well. Same settings, same kits and all that. It looks like the PS4 also gets all of the career mode new settings, so you can do things like a transfer embargo, and you can also turn scouting on or off, training plans on or off. You do have your simulation gameplay settings, which we saw earlier, training plan settings as well, transfers and scouting settings, and also general settings as well. The best thing is that there's a no sacking setting now, so that also works on the PS4. So I don't think you're really missing that much in career mode. You're pretty much getting the same settings. This is what Manager Career Mode looks like. It's the same menus. You do have your social media on the right as well, so you're not really losing anything playing on a PS4 version. You can do your rush matches with your youth players. The menu is a little bit slower compared to the PS5, a little bit more laggier, so you will notice that. It's a little bit annoying, but the main thing is that you do get all the features that a next-gen player would get in career mode, besides maybe any gameplay features that are exclusive to next-gen. This is a look at player career mode, and I think you do get all the same features again. You can select an icon even on the PS4 version of the game, and I haven't really taken a look at player career mode yet. I'll probably do that in tomorrow's video, but you do get the EA Cranium technology when you create your avatar. You do get your origin stories as well, so you can have clean slate, great expectations, or climb to the top, and you also get the custom start as well. So you can be a 50-year-old player if you really wanted to. I mean, our avatar doesn't really look 50 years old though, so dynamic aging is not in this game. And you also get a couple settings like choose whether you can be sent out on loan by your club. You can turn that on or off. Transfer approaches as well. How likely the CPU is going to accept proposals in your player career. You also get the simulation gameplay settings, so you can do wind effects and all that. Player crew mode also gets the updated menus. They're going to be laggy as well, so just be aware of that. But in terms of features, I do believe you get all the same features as you would get on a next-gen version, so that's obviously good. I guess the main differences are going to be the load times and any of the gameplay and graphics upgrades and features like the hypermotion stuff. One thing you don't get on the PS4 version of the game is the 9 substitutes. I believe it's still limited to 7 this year, and I think we do get FCIQ in the PS4 version of the game as well. So you'll be able to import codes, create new tactics, and you'll get all the benefits and features from FCIQ, including the new player roles feature. I haven't really played around with it too much at the moment, but from what I've played so far, I haven't really noticed too much of a game-changing difference. We're going to play a UEFA Super Cup match, Real Madrid versus Bergamo Calcio, which is basically Atalanta. The PS4 also features the walkouts and also the pre-match introductions, but they didn't remove that last year on the PS4. They only removed it on next-gen consoles. But I guess if you're not used to the PS5, these graphics are still not bad. It's still a Frostbite engine, and it's that older style of gameplay, I guess. So there's no hypermotion stuff, which could be a good thing for some players, because I know that there's a few players out there that don't even like the hypermotion gameplay. They prefer this. But what's impressed me so far is the simulation gameplay settings. I do like how slow the game is. Gives you more time to think. It's less chaotic. But overall, yeah, if you're still playing on a PS4, it's not a bad experience. Pretty much the only things you're missing are the hypermotion stuff. All the game modes get all the features. You get all the same settings. Let's see what Mbappe can do. Oh, nice. 2 Maradona spins is enough to beat the keeper and score the goal. Graphics don't look too bad when players are up close. The player faces are not too bad as well. You do get these in-game smart tactics as well. So like I said, you're getting all the same features, just a bit of a graphical downgrade and no hypermotion features. The rest is pretty much the same. I guess maybe the PS4 version is holding the game back. Maybe if there was no PS4 version, EA would bring out a much more advanced football game. I don't know. But the fact that they're catering to these older consoles means that they have to bring the same features across that work on both consoles, I guess, for the most part, especially in the game modes. There must be a lot of players still on a PS4. I feel like I probably could play on a harder difficulty, especially with the sim settings, because even World Class is not putting up much of a fight so far. Here's Mbappe. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a penalty. Come on, ref. Going to make the run with Mbappe using his pace. He's going to get there. He's going to hold it up. And there's the goal. This AI is way too easy. You don't get the new replay system. You just still stick with the old one. But that's not really a big deal anyway. And another annoying thing is the laggier menus. So if you're playing on the older consoles, you're really not missing out on much. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like and remember to subscribe. And hit the thumbnail in the middle to watch another FC25 video.